Hi everyone, and welcome to my online tutorial on how to make paper mache trophy heads. So what is a trophy head? Well, I'm sure you've seen them in above people's fireplaces or something. They're the deer heads, stuffed deer heads. So we're going to do a vegan version where no animals are going to be harmed in the making. So you're going to need a few different materials before you start, so you'd like to get them organised. First of all, I've got a piece of cardboard, and this is going to form the base of the stag head, or this is going to be a giant rabbit actually. So you're going to need to cut out that, cut that out to size. You're going to need newspaper, masking tape, florist wire for the ears if you're going to do a rabbit. If you're not doing a rabbit, you don't necessarily need to have that. You could perhaps use cardboard. I'm also using images of my animals. So these are going to make more of an accurate sculpture. So when you're creating them, you can actually refer to the three-dimensional creature so that you can see that it's all correct anatomically, and it'll just make it look better. I love this view. It's very clear. Look at his beautiful eyes. Okay, so they're my little visual references. So to start, you basically need we're going to start another one here. Basically need the newspaper, and you just rip it and create little balls first. And then you can build up onto this base. So if you look at the one I've kind of started here, we've got the neck coming up here. You see that? Neck's coming up like that, and then you keep building it forward to create the nose. These little ears are going to be pushed right in, or you can't see it like that. Oh, you can't see that either. Anyway, the florist wire is going to be placed in here and taped down, and then we're going to masking tape over it. So we're going to keep building up these areas and using the masking tape. And we're going to start to tape them down. Doesn't matter if the tape gets twisted or anything like that, you just need to get it down and keep building. This piece here is going to go on here. And you kind of use it like you would clay. You really just squash it into place, tape things up, maybe tape a little tighter. Can't wait to put mine on my walls. I would like to do a little mouse and a rabbit, maybe a koala. A few native Australian animals would be awesome. Okay, so you keep building up. This is going to be the base of it. So the neck that's coming down. Oh, this has gone off. The neck is going to come out here slightly, and then this is the profile view. His head will come out here. Eventually, he'll sit on the wall like that. Oh, he's looking cute already. So when you want to make areas come out a little bit like this nose, do more of a ball. And place that on here. Great if you've got a tape dispenser. I wish I had one. So I'm going to do a few pieces at once. Like that. Keep building it up. Later on I'll also show you how to make clag, glue, wet glue on the stove. So it's virtually going to cost nothing, and you should all have these materials at home. If you don't have any masking tape, just pop down to the supermarket or the newsagents. And again, you can pick up a newspaper while you're down there. I've been working on this. This guy has got his 2 ears in, and I created those by just bending the wire over. Just say this was on a large one. This one I stuck, so see how it's like in a U? I stuck that into his head and masking taped. They're pretty secure, so you could do it that way. This guy, you can't see it at all. It's just a bit glary, isn't it? I might just drop this down.
Don't start again.
No, that's okay. Okay, so this guy, I made the ear in a connected loop. So I thought that could be good because I'll just kind of stick that bit on his, can you see that better? Place that like here on his head, stick those in. It's kind of hard to work with once the tape's on, so it's probably a good idea to do this underneath when onto the paper. But anyway, that'll be like that. Then I'll masking tape over that. So place the masking tape in. Now, as you can see, for this little part of his face, I referred to my profile views, the photographs, and I saw that his nose comes down and you can see that he's got his little puffy cheeks. So I just rolled some balls and taped them down. With the ears, I'm going to continue to masking tape all of the area up here. So everything will be full of masking tape. Okay, he's coming along quite well. So you can see that's going to sit flat against the wall. This one, I need to perhaps bring his nose out a little bit more. Bring his nose out a bit more so that it's a little bit more like that picture. So it's just there. I'm going to roll a little bit more, put it here. I'm going to roll 2 more sections on the cheeks. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay guys, just have a look here. I've got all my tape prepared, so you guys might want to do this as well. So you've got all the tape there. I need to plump up his cheeks, so I've made some of these little balls here. Going to put that one there. Do the cheeks first because they go under the nose. Tape it one side, tape it the other. Now we need to get the other cheek. Here. Whoops. Place that one here. Tape it up. Angle this down a bit. Keep referring to your picture for the little cheeks. Okay, so that's coming along nicely, and now we need to put his little nose on. So that'll be there. The whole thing needs to be covered with the masking tape. Once that's done, then you can do your paper mache. It's less you have to do also with the paper mache because it's kind of smoother, and it's just gives it a more finished look. So, and it's easier for you to paint as well. Don't have as many bumps and things like that into it. Oh, something's happening to my, there we go, just cut out on me, might have to edit that. Okay, so once you can see his nose is done, it's pretty good. I need to get all the ears filled in now. I've got just enough masking tape there to make a good start on them anyway. And you can see in the image that I'm copying, his ears are fatter here, so I'll build up those ears around here, just the same as the diagram. Back again, you guys. So this little one is kind of finished and ready to be paper mache. I popped him on the wall. I might want to bring out some areas on his eyes to make his eyes stand out. They've got quite bulbous eyes. So I'm thinking he might be okay because he's so small. However, I'm thinking this guy might need a little bit extra on his eye. So I'm thinking maybe put a little bit here. See that? And then I'll be able to paint his eye on this side just here. So I screw up these and screw up these and put them on with my masking tape. So that will be the next section. All right, so, and apart from that, they're almost done. Probably a good idea, no, don't worry about that. I was going to say put a hook on it now. If you can be bothered, put a little wire hook on it, tape it down like this. If you've got enough of these, then we'll be able to just easily attach it and paint over it at this stage while it's still in the making, so then it's not going to do that later. Well, we have made our glue. It looks fantastic. I've also prepared all of the paper for the paper mache, so that's over here. I've done a whole stack. I've just cut them into strips. I've got glue on my hands now, so it's getting everywhere. I've also got a plate, and I have got my paper mache heads here ready to go. So what we need to do is two coats of paper macheing, and then we'll let it dry in between the two coats. If you think you need to put more on, you can do another 2 coats after that, and then you can finish it with some tissue paper. Just some plain tissue paper. You can get that from the supermarket or the news agency, and then that can be your final layer before you start painting. It just makes painting a lot easier. You don't have to get rid of as many, do as many coats. So with this, you just basically coat 2 sides of the paper and tuck it around, smooth it on top of the creature, and try and go each way so it's extra strong. So you cross over your layers and overlap them. So I place them on the plate to glue up and then smooth them over. Okay, so we're seeing him, he's gradually coming back. Okay, so you do that all over. Keep crisscrossing your paper and 2 coats of it, 2 layers.